John. All right, we'll get started. Let's give it about, let's see, what time is it? It's about 3 o'clock. Let's give it about 2 minutes and then we'll get going. The market, I'll just tell you, I thought the market today pretty much, after making a big climb overnight, hitting new highs, ended up being like a wet firecracker. Just chopped around and didn't do a whole lot all day long. We recognized that early this morning if you're in the SPX with me. And so I thought that was interesting. But I know that we got big news tomorrow at 2:15. Be sure to put that time on your calendar, 2:15. Of course, 2:30 you'll have Powell do his thing. So big news. The word is it'll be a quarter of a point, and the question will be, if you think about it, it's a quarter point. Everybody be listen to every word he's got to say. If he did a half, he probably wouldn't even pay attention to him. They'd buy the market, but that's just the way it is. So I hope everybody's doing great, and we have a 25-cent trade poly that he's going to put out at 3:30. 3:30. I like to wait till right at the end of the day to do it, and he'll put it out right then, 3:30. 25-cent baby. So gold stayed fairly decent all day. I kept watching Google for a run, and it stayed strong, but it just won't break north here. Everything else, Apple looks like it's got a little bid, but not enough to take us into the 240 plus area. And the S&P's back at 75, which were slightly higher than that. Yeah, Rob, we're still in it. I'm still in it. Absolutely. I was waiting on Jonathan to get here. I don't know if he's here yet or not.
Hey Tom, I am here. I was helping somebody with their roadmap, got that squared away, so good to go.
Are you going to be turning the slides?
Wasn't sure how long I would be, so I had asked Adam to get you set up so you can cycle the slides today.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's see if I can do that real quick. All right, so here's our session. The reason I called this session, I really am excited about our SPX. There's so much opportunity there. The program's a year long. It's going to take a full year to vet every trade we possibly can do. I'll talk a little bit about that at the end. But welcome to this session. Risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results, in my opinion. In my opinion, the market should go higher, okay? And we just need to get past the Fed tomorrow. Today's focus, 5 steps using roadmap moneymaker to sell premium. All right, pay attention. You open the moneymaker under the table's drop down or the roadmap. And there's a drop down and says moneymaker, okay? Once you get it open, you right click the manage symbols and be sure to use all caps. You got to use all caps, and also be sure to include your benchmark ticker. I use ESZ25, okay? ESZ25. I right click on each top of the yellow box to set targets. And I keep these updated 4 times a day in my TNT room. Right now, my target is 66 or 67.05. You ought to write that number down. That'll be the first resistance from here if you can get through 81, which is basically the midpoint of the day. Decide whether you're bullish or bearish or want to play the middle. This is where options come into play. Like I told people this morning, this was a premium capture day. I started to do a trade and I backed away from it. But decide where you want to be bullish, bearish, or play the middle. When you're selling premium, if I want to sell premium with that set of buy signals and sell signals, and if I wanted to do it for the TQQ, I would sell premium less than 98. Does everybody see 98 as your support there on the TQQ? Everybody see that? And I would sell premium at 98 as bullish. It's 98.55, you ought to be able to see it. And so you'd sell a 98.97 or 98.97 and a half, depending on how aggressive you wanted to be. Your expiration date would be next. Notice Apple, 240.63. I would look at if Apple got above 240.63, that's a breakout for Apple. Now, let's talk about SPX. SPX offers you opportunity. In fact, what I've taught people in my SPX now will put them in the green if they are disciplined enough to follow. However, there's another trade that I'm incorporating that's in the afternoon. It's on the XSP. Let's go back to the moneymaker. Look at the XSP right there. You've got a 660, 662. Everybody see that? Those parameters. 660, 662. A trade that I would normally do if I didn't have the Fed meeting tomorrow would be to sell the 660 put, buy the 59 put, or I could sell the 660 put, 659 put, 663 call, and 664 call, and do a iron condor. Now that's a trade that I would do. Dave, it's okay to change the buy and sell numbers, okay? But the 6705 number is the big number. 6692 is the first resistance here at the end of the day, okay? So everybody understands the possibility. If you go sell the 660.59 put for tomorrow's expiration, is that a day trade? Let me ask that question. Is that a day trade? Okay. So this is a great trade for small accounts, correct? Everybody got that? Now, if you could be consistent 4 out of 5 times doing iron condors in either put spreads or call spreads, would that be worth your time? If you could be consistent. So if you knew that you could do this trade by taking the moneymaker, do this, and then set up, I think that'd be pretty good, don't you? And this is part of my SPX program, this 330 trade. I'm going to do it a couple times a week, okay? But I'm going to teach you, more importantly, how to do it yourself. You can do it 5 times a week when you don't have big news the next day, okay? That's the only limitation. Now, the SPX is the toughest market I ever learned to trade. I've told people that. But I believe now the people that's been in the program see how to break the code on it. I didn't get there overnight, but staying disciplined, I built a simple, repeatable system that fits the opening hour. That system combined with this system makes this a very valuable thing to be part of. Does everybody understand the value that comes by doing both ends right here? I want to make sure you understand. This is so valuable for you, the trader. I've got master classes. Now I'm going to work on the XSP next, but this is what I've been working towards, and that's why I brought it. So what are the XP and XSP? SPX options is the full large notational index, the big one. XSP is the mini version. If I'm buying calls, buying puts, I'll probably do the SPX. If I'm doing XSP, right? XSP, I would use that for premium capture. A lot better to control your risk with that, and you can scale it, okay? Scale it is how you make big money with XSP. The two taxes we focus on, buying options, calls and puts when the tape and time in the line, and XSP, selling short duration credit spreads, typically 1 to 3 days out, when structure faces defined risk. What would call you off, okay? What would call you off would be a big news item like the Fed tomorrow. Now, what is the SPX program that I've been doing? It's the new service for SPX XSP. I focused on Tuesday and Thursday for trading the SPX in the morning, and in the afternoon from 3:30 to 4 on those days, I'm now going to incorporate the XSP. So, pretty cool. I plan to give you, I've done this, but I plan to give you more and more trades to get your numbers where they need to be. The program is simple, it's straightforward. Educate you first, trade it second. We'll do between these two at least 200 trades opportunities over the next year. How does that sound? A total of 200 opportunities over the next year using Tuesday and Thursday. That's my plan. We'll focus on getting our accuracy up to 70%. We've done that on the buying the call, buying the put. Anybody in the SPX program, you agree with that statement? You're there. You know how to recognize a bullish move and a bearish move. We've worked on it. We've tested. We're ready. Now we're going to work on just the dynamics of capturing premium. Now we hit our goals just on the SPX part. Every 10 trades produces $1,210, right? 10 trades. Pretty good. Now, I value accuracy in trading both when I sell premium and when I buy premium. So let's review. May trading, I had 44 total trades, 41 winners, 3 losers, with 93% accuracy. Not bad. June was even better, 27-0, 100% accuracy. I did Sawgrass perfect. July was 85%, 39 winners, 7 losers. August, I had 31 winners, 7 losers, and 1 break even in August. In other words, from May to August, I had traded 162 winners, 17 losers, and 1 break in. Pretty good. Pretty good. September, we got 10 closed, 9 winners, 1 loser so far. So if you want to be part of the education and training that I put together, if you join today, unique opportunity to supercharge your results. After signing up, you offer a chance to add the masterclass series after this. I'll hold additional 10 additional SPX, SSP training sessions. And for those that take action during the day, you've qualified to add on these additional training sessions. Here's some of the training sessions we'll cover, plus many more. This is the core of knowledge. How many people have been over the top surprised at what I've taught you in the last month and a half? That's a lot of value, isn't it? And now it's time to make hay, okay? Thank you, Frank. I'll include with additional offer if you sign up now. So the alert service is in play. That means not only on Tuesday and Thursday, I will be looking for trades, but any day of the week that it sets up, I will post it in real time inside the Telegram channel. Here's an example of what it looked like. The date it's posted, the ticker, in this case, the SPX, long call, expiration, buy to open, round two, sold at about 340 and down to 75% when we leave. Now, I will focus live with you, 9:45 to 10:30, and XSP 3:30 to 4 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Everybody got it? You're going to have more trades you know what to do with. I believe in getting you educated, and I think I've done that so far. We got some great classes if you want to join to review. We'll do over 100 trades minimum over the next year. I think it's going to be close to 200. The accuracy rate was my big issue. I accomplished that. That was my goal. Now it's time to start trading. We'll spend just as much time on selling premium over the next month, but we'll be trading along with the SPX during that time period. Everyone will be up to speed at high accuracy and hitting your goals. This course, nothing's been put together like it before. So if you act today, be part of it, there's 30 spots available. We got our accuracy and risk. Now it's time to get the trade portion. I think I got market timing down. I think everybody would agree to that. If you don't agree that I'm a market timer, then you haven't been listening. The money maker will be integrated with what we do. The jackpot trade will probably be something else, but I will do a few of those to spice the pot, paying $1 going for 20. Okay? My plan is to give one of these trades every week it sets up. I've been live more than I thought I would be, but I overexceeded that each day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll give you the frame for the SP, XSP. You'll have that and a master class on that we've done. If you want to join, take one of those spots. Now's the time to act. Sign up at dtitrader.com/SPX beta. How do you get the best results? Go to dtitrader.com/SPX beta or call 904-706-3532. Once the Fed clears the gate tomorrow, it's open season, and check your room on Thursday to kick off what's happening. If you got a small account, to avoid it, I got a master class on that inside the learning period. Need about 2,000 to play this game. If you sign up, you should be able to do the trades with what I've taught you. If you need extra help, I'll be glad to do it. The trades will be posted right inside the room, dtitrader.com/SPX. I limited it to 100 people. That leaves us 30 left to finish the second half of this. Can you do it in a retirement account? Absolutely, you can do it in a retirement account. Yes, you can go to Row at DTI Trader, send them a message, you've got it. If you're new to trading, will it work for you? Yes, if you watch the master classes, you'll learn the right way to do this. 1 year membership, $2,000, dtitrader.com/SPX beta. Got any questions about it, call 904-706-3532. The projected frame and closing passes Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be posted. And you can use that to set up trades beyond what I do. And we will do it. Gary, put your name and email and we can work it out with you. Put your name, email, and phone number, and we'll get it worked out for you. Okay? If you want to be part of it. 1 year membership, $2,000. Folks, this is it. It's official. The program, SPX, is starting. XSP will have a month of training, and we'll roll into that along with XSP, probably about mid-October is what I'm thinking, okay? So I'll be doing a lot of teaching on XSP. How many people like the way I framed this class where I didn't overemphasize the trading portion and focused on the education first? I think everybody's super because I did it that way. I didn't put the pressure on it. You know when to tell if the market's going up or down. You know exactly what I'm thinking. And as Neil just said, we needed it. Let's set the blue sky and let it happen. Any other questions? Now, we're going to pause for a second. I'm going to come back and look at a couple stocks, but Jonathan is going to send out the 25-cent trader at 3:30. Anybody got any other questions? You love the training, right? You're going to love the thing. Gary, the email is row@DTI-Trader. Send row@DTI-Trader. He'll make sure they call. These are pretty slides, Adam. Y'all did a good job.
Hey, Tom, on this little break here, I'm going to give you a call.
Sure.
A few things here.
Jonathan said that we had about 3 or 4 trades we could take profit on. I said, do it. Do it. Any other questions about our plan? You're going to love this course. You're going to love this trade. And I got to tell you, folks, it's going to get better and better and better. You get a couple bonus of the jackpot trade on the SPX during this time period. But got a lot going on. Got a lot to cover on premium capture. My goal on the SPX portion was get the market timing right. I think I did that. Now what I'm planning to do is teach you, okay? Teach you, and I'll say it this way, teach you how to do premium capture inside SPX/XSP. Eventually on the jackpot trade, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to run a few of those inside here and let you get a taste of it. It's just over and above, just because you're part of this group, you're going to get to see those. Okay. Any questions? Jonathan is putting out a few profit-taking moves right now. So ever how many wins I had, you can add 3 more to it. This morning, remember when I told you this morning I ought to sell the XSP 660.59 put spread? Remember when we talked about that this morning? I said it's a premium capture. Go look at it would have got 25 cents for it this morning. Somebody go quote me on that one, the 660.59 that we didn't do. I didn't do it, but look at that. Look at that trade right now. That's the value of this moneymaker in this program. You're gonna get to see it. Where's the one that expires today? The 660, 659 put spread. Where's it at right now? Oh, somebody tell me. Come on, somebody tell me. Don't make me have to go do it. A nickel. Do you see the value of what I did this morning? Remember I said we don't have a buy call, buy put. But see how I pivoted to what the market was telling me? That's the training we're going to do on the second part this morning, or the second part of the SPX/XSP. That right there, Cherry, 90% if you'd have did it. You got to be saying, I got to be part of this if you're not part of it. That's pretty good stuff right there. Yeah, because I think at the time we'd forecast the low would be in 72. I said we got divergence going on. Remember I pointed out because we didn't go below 6603, and actually the SPX is 6609 with 661 on the XSP. See, does everybody see the value of this moneymaker when you start talking about premium capture? I've showed about 10 examples since I've started using it here live for everybody. It's pretty valuable. Pretty valuable. All right, remember we got the Fed tomorrow. Typical Fed days. Pop and then die. So tomorrow you're gonna have to keep your hand off the mouse waiting for that news announcement. You got to do that. All right, we got one new trade coming through the 25-cent trader. Be on the outlook for that. I don't know if Jonathan's had time to send it out, but we're doing that one because of the big Fed meeting. That's a strategy that lends itself for that. Here's a couple test questions for you. If the Fed does lower rates tomorrow, what should be the anticipated movement of gold? Yeah, I think so, David. Yeah, metals should rise if they do cut rates. All right, the Fed, if Powell comes out and is confusing about what the next rate cut is going to do, what should the market do then? That's right, it will sell off. Where did the market open for the week? S&P. Where did the S&P December open for the week? Anybody know? Here it is. 66.45. Right, John. Right. And the high of the week is, what's the high of the week? Anybody know what the high of the week was? It was this morning, 66.97. So you got the opening at 66.97 and the high of the week. The midpoint right now, the E-mini is 66.79. Now here's one for you. What was Google's high of the day? What was Google's high of the day? Google takes that out tomorrow, 253.55. It's a buy. Here's one for you. What was the high of TQQ today? The high of TQQ. So above 155, it becomes a buy. Look what Bruce just said. What with the training I gave. I got a copy of this. Bruce said this. Thanks for doing that, Bruce. Here, everyone. See if y'all can see what he said. Can everybody see what he said? Here it comes. You're listening and learning. I love that. How many people agree with me? Learning market timing might have been one of the most valuable things that could ever happen during this beta phase. Anybody agree with it? What I showed you, how to do it? Learning market timing, knowing when to be long, knowing when to be short. And when to sit on your hands. Exactly. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. Jonathan, are you done?
Just doing a little accounting at this point, Tom.
Say what?
The alerts are out. I'm just doing a little accounting here.
Okay. All right, folks, I'll see everybody. Y'all have a good night. Remember, Chuck Crow, Wednesday and Thursday is going to teach key numbers. I've asked him to do that. Folks, you don't want to miss Train and Trade. Y'all have a great night, and I'll be in touch.